vision, got Luffy ambition, king of the rappers.
What's going on, gang? It's Murado Music with 3-piece TCG, big TCG, and 2D. I got that RP Luffy for you guys. I got two lists, okay? I got the championship winning list, and I got the me list, okay? So we got that, and then we'll be getting into my my experience at regionals. I've been having a lot of comments, questions, concerns about that, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna make a video so everybody can watch it all at once instead of me telling the same story. So smash that like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell, and go down in the comments. Let me know what I'm doing right, what am I doing wrong, what would you be doing differently. And also, if you did make it out to Dallas on the 7th, how did you do? What did you play? And did you have fun? Anyhow, so let's get into it. I guess we could just get my my experience with regionals out of the way. So this is the list I was running. Okay. 2 Spandine, 4 Brook, 2 Suru. I guess the main spice when it's coming down to this, especially in the 8.5 format, was what are you going to do with, I guess, 4 different spots, 4 different spice spots, and then how are you going to allocate your 2Ks? So for me, I wound up going with 4 Khalifa. Actually, I might have gone 3 and 3. I think I did that ultimately. I did 3 Who's Who, 3 Khalifa, and 2 Suru. And the reason why I had 2 Suru is because I wanted to have a total of 4 cards that reduce our opponent's cards so that we could better KO them. Some people are just running Helmeppos, which I think is crazy. How do you... how are you going to only see 2, cards that reduce? I think that's nuts. Some people are running no Who's Who. I feel like Who's Who is so important in the Dofi matchup, which I had a lot of, spoiler alerts. And these 2 were to get rid of big bodies with an Ice Age plus this and just trash them or trash opponents' cards or just etc. You know what I mean? So... and they also are 6K body. They did come in against. It's good against Dofi. It's good against a bunch of people, really. So like, yeah, it is what it is. And then I mean, yeah, this plus this and this gets rid of a 10K body or 10 cost body, I should say. And outside of that, just one of these, and the Hina is great. But yeah, let's go ahead and just get into how I did. And I came in 104th place out of. I don't know. I know they let everybody in, or a lot of people in from the wait list. So I'm assuming it's closer to 1,000, or they cap it at 1,024, right? So I don't know. I could be top 10%, what have you, whatever. But it's still kind of fresh on my mind. As you can see, I was on a bit of a streak until I wasn't, unfortunately. The first guy, George Eby. He was a Dofi. So these 3 were Dofi players. Yeah, these 3 were Dofi players. He was great. Really cool guy from Pennsylvania. They run a shop out there. They drove 21 hours to be there, which I thought was nuts. And he was a soldier because it was like, hey, yeah, we split it however many ways. And I'm like, yo, being in a fucking van for 21 hours is what's crazy, regardless of who drove. But they did good. The game was a lot closer than it should have been because I also wasn't drawing as well, but they didn't see a Jinbei until what would be the second to last turn. But I'll tell you what, I had to get my shit together in this match because I put a whatchamacallit down, didn't even put it back to my hand. I'm like, yo, I got to get my shit together. Anyways, Music Man was another Dofi player, and that was funny because I go over there and I think I'm about to play somebody who I've played in locals before. And just to give you like a really quick unnecessary story, this guy is, I'll let you decide what kind of person you think he is, but like plays Vegapunk and also slow plays. Like I got him recorded and it's like several minutes of him thinking about what to do on his 10 Dawn turn just to ultimately play a Yamato and then put one Dawn on his leader and then put somebody from his like fucking 3 or 4 card hand back to his life. Like he will slow play. And I thought I was playing against him. I'm like, you're not Music Man. Turns out I'm sitting next to him, right? And so they announced, hey, everybody go ahead and play, right? But we didn't hear that. We just heard welcome to round 2. And so I'm like, okay. And we're all kind of waiting. and we just went through our mulligan, and then we're kind of waiting, and then we saw other people playing, and we're like, let's go ahead and play. Let's go ahead and play, you know? And so everybody on our table's playing, and then several minutes into us playing, I look over and I see that he's sitting across from a purple Luffy player, and they're still not playing. And I'm like, yo, this guy is really trying to eat up all the fucking clock. And then I was like, hey, y'all should play. I told the guy, I was like, y'all should play. And he's like, yeah, I guess we can get going. I mean, it looks like other people are playing. And homeboy's like, well, I don't know. Like, nah, bitch, you need to fucking play. And to know that he got there because they gave his first opponent gave him a win also added another layer to what the fuck. And then it gets down to it. I was able to handle up with my guy. It was a great game. I think I went down to 1 life or whatnot. But I look back over and homeboy beats him. He beat that fucking slow playing ass. And then homeboy was salty on it on top of it all. I'm like, yo, like, and it was just that passive aggressive, like, oh wow, like, what, like, bro. Anyways, moral of the story: don't be a fucking whatever you believe that kind of person is. And I'll leave it at that. Next person was a another como se dice? Another Dofi. Okay, so I believe they lived in the Dallas area, and this one was tough. I kind of had a little bit of a blunder. I played Gecko and brought out my Rebecca and Helmeppo, and I kind of just did the thing with Helmeppo. But truth be told, I thought that I audibly called out what Helmeppo did. You know, I thought I called it out, and then I went right into the Rebecca, and then brought out the Spandine, and you know, we wind up calling a judge because he was like, "Yo, like, you brought them both out, but you started to resolve Rebecca and Spandine before Helmeppo," and I'm like, "Yo, like." I mean, I get it, and so I didn't contest the judge's ruling. It was kind of weird. They kind of went down to like dice, like, well, there's dice here, but you didn't do dice for Helmeppo, and I'm like, yeah, dude, it's, you know what, like, it's cool. And then I was like, man, I better not lose off of that. I'm be pissed. I drew into a Hina, played Suru, and then played Homeboy here, and I popped them both, and then I went on to win that game, regardless of that. But you know what, like. Homeboy was cool about it, and I get it. It's regionals. If I'm not calling stuff out, you know, call me on it, etc. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know, I don't want him to feel uncomfortable, but at the same time, I was a little like, yo, like half of that. I will say, I will accept responsibility for half of that because I'm like, I need to be like, because I play against people who they'll play shit and they're just quiet. They're just like quiet, and I'm quiet too, and I'm going back off of them. And then you play against somebody, they want you to call that shit out, and it's like, all right, well, fuck, you know, fuck me. Yeah, and then the other half of that has a lot to do with playing on the sim. If you're playing on the sim, dog, you really, really, really need to make sure you don't get spoiled by your little digital butler, you know. Anyhow, then that was them. And then we go over to a black yellow Luffy player. And after when I see black yellow Luffy, I'm like, all right, here's my karma. This is what it's coming down to. And black yellow Luffy, it was a great game. I don't know. I don't think they wind up playing 2 geckos, so I know that they eventually drew well. But when I starved the shit out of them. I was able to play a jack, and I could have played another jack, and I should have, and I went for some other cockamamie ass shit. But the story of that was I wound up winning in time, which is not how I want to win. But I was trying to drain their hand slowly but surely with these swings. And they eventually were able to play 1 gecko and then another gecko, right? But the story of that was I did Rebecca Sabo 3 times. I looped Rebecca Sabo. I was worried that they weren't going to swing before I did it for the 3rd time, because I was like, yo, if they don't swing again, then I'm stuck with this bitch ass Sabo on the field, and I don't get to, you know, lock everybody down and blah, 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 because Sabo was also protecting my Rebecca. But yeah, so I looped it again, And then I played out a gecko, and you know that at that point I had 2 life. I had 3 blockers, I think, and they had 2 geckos and something else. But yeah, it wound up going to time. I wound up getting it. They seemed a little upset about it going to time, and I'm like, yo, like, I mean, you know, when you do this gecko play, it takes a little while. When you fucking counter out, when you're thinking hard about like whether you want to give me a 1K counter or not, you know, all that does factor into it. It's, you know, it goes both ways. But you know, he was still, it was weird because he was still really cool with me after the fact. Like, no, it's cool. And then he wanted to take a picture of the board stage. It's like, it's cool. Yeah, okay, cool. So we had a good time. But anyways, and then Party Next Door. Yo, I sat down from another Dofi. At this point, I'm supreme confidence with Dofi players. And I needed to see one Spandine in trash. If I saw Spandine in trash, I would have been able to stabilize. I would have been able to get rid of 2 threats, stabilize, and go for it. And I just wasn't, so I could only get rid of 1 threat instead of 2. And that kind of sucked. And for that reason, if I played this again, I would probably get rid of Brook and give me 1 more Spandine. Yeah, that was just really tough. It was really fucking tough. And then we wind up losing that one. He played Jinbei Boa in 1 turn. And that was a lot to come back from. And then, yeah, they were able to just swing for the win. That sucked. First loss. And then I honestly don't remember what that match was. Huh. Maybe it could have been another fucking... Maybe it was another Dofi. Because I know that I lost to a Dofi. Then I lost to a Rob Lucci mirror. Just drew like shit, and they drew a lot considerably better. And they were trashing ferociously. I was like, yo, he must have all the geckos in his hand. Apparently he didn't. He only trashed 1 gecko, you know, going as hard as he was. And then I lost to a Katakuri. Yeah, maybe I did. Yeah, maybe it was a Dofi I beat. So I lost to a Dofi, beat a Dofi, played a Lucci mirror, lost, and then I'm playing Homeboy here. And right here, I'm sitting across from a Katakuri, real cool dude. And he said that he was 0-2 to start. And then he just kept winning all the way until he saw me. And I didn't even understand how he would be sitting across from me unless he just really lost to 2 really good people up front. But he went first, and man, he just saw what he needed, and it just wasn't in the cards for me, Jack. It wasn't in the cards for me. So I lost. Then I'm playing Ian. Ian was a really cool guy too, and this was a match I thought I was also going to lose. Now, if I was going to, at this point, I had already told my boy win, because I went up there with a win-win situation. And I told him, I said, look, if I lose, because he was already like, he's not going to top, and he's good to go. And I told him, if I don't get 7-3, or if I at any time lose 4 matches, I'm ready to go, because I've been 6-4, and we got, you know, a ride home still. And so I play against Ian, and I really think I'm about to lose, because he was running Enel. And I wind up going, what is it? You want to talk about brain fucking big brain? I wind up popping his ace and a 7 rush Enel in the same fucking turn. And yeah, that took a lot, and I can't even remember how I did it. I know I did some kind of play where I popped it, then I reduced it, and I popped it. It was something crazy, but that ultimately led to me winning that match. And that was crazy. And then it sucked, because then I had to stick around and play Mr. Long. And bro, I rolled Snake Eyes for the 2nd time. I rolled Snake Eyes the 1st time here, and maybe another time somewhere in here. But I rolled fucking Snake Eyes with my own bitch ass dice against a pudding, a purple yellow pudding, and he went first. And when I tell you, bro, it was perfect curb pudding, like perfect curb, and there wasn't a damn thing I could do about shit. It was one of those, if I had an extra life, if I only had a 6 life leader, I would have been fine. But he was a really cool guy, and he even told me I did everything I could do. And that was the thing, is that this was the first match or first tournament I've been to where I was actually more critical of my wins than my losses. And that, I mean, I took something away that I could do better in my wins, but not from my losses, because in my losses I was playing as good as you could. You know what I mean? I was going fucking ham. So but I love that. I love that, because normally my OCD, I would be like plaguing myself with what I should have did this, I should have did that, and what if this and what if that. Normally I'm like that, but this time around, no rugrats, no rugrats at all. So I was really happy about it, really happy about my performance. And then, getting 104 with 4 losses is pretty nuts too. So I guess the people I played against did pretty well and went on to do well. I mean, fucking Long got 7-3 with purple yellow pudding, man. I mean, I'm glad I can contribute to that legend. But that was that. With all that being said, I got to meet, I think his name was, I'm terrible with names, but I'll remember you if I see. I believe his name was Chris from the south side of Houston. And he came up to me and was like, hey, do you have a YouTube? And I was like, yeah, 3-piece, blah, blah, blah. We started talking, and he found me from my Purple Luffy videos. So that was really cool. We got the chit chat. And then I know that there was another player, another one of you guys was at the tournament, but I guess I was in a game, you said. So it's cool to see. It's cool to run into you guys, because I mean, like, we're just about to hit 2,000. So that's pretty dope. It's not like I'm like Eggman or some shit. You know what I mean? But outside of that, run into a lot of friends I ain't seen from like different locals that I used to go to before. I got like kind of heavy at mine. And then, picking up all this damn ass overtime. But I think it was a great event, very well run overall, and just a lot of fun. So I will be, my next event will be the one that got rescheduled. It was supposed to be, I think it was late November, if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, it was supposed to be like late November or November 22nd or 23rd. I forget. But anyways, it was the Booster Box tournament. Is what they go by, Booster Box, but it is a regional, and that's rescheduled to the 21st of this month online. So I will be playing in that, and I'm very happy about that, because that's going to be an OP-09 primer for the whatchamacallits. For the Nats. If I either place in there, cool, I'm good to go. If not, I do have a last chance qualifier. So comment down below if you would like me to go to Nats, regardless if whether I get an invite or I got to go to that Como se dice, if I got to go to the last chance qualifier, because I'm thinking about it. I'm almost like, why not? Because I got the ticket, I got everything, so I might as well. But we'll see. So what am I saying? Of course we're going. We got to go for the One Piece. Anyways, outside of that, any other news and updates is just that I've got to. I'm still waiting on my case, and that's supposed to be in the still like 4 more days or some crazy shit. It kept getting pushed off, so that fucking sucks. But I'm not the only one. Apparently I got some buddies that also, they ain't got their case yet either. So I don't know what it is. If you got a case, you're waiting. So unfortunately, that's what that's all about. Anyhow, so now let's go ahead and get into what today's video is going over. It's the RP Luffy. Okay, so this is the championship list. This is the one that homeboy won it all with. I guess I can't say the world champions or nothing like that, but that's their list. And this is my list. Some of the same principles, but I really just wanted to test out this Luffy Taro package with the Gum Gum Giant backside into Fakey. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into some matches with this first. Just a couple notes. This is gonna be a one at a time. We're not throwing many units at once, but Nami is just a goated searcher, because Nami's the only searcher that's able to find this fucking Gum Gum Giant. So I'm excited. But yeah, I'll play a couple with this, and I'll play a couple with mine, and we'll see what's what. All right, so let's get into these videos. Let's get into these matches. Oh, okay. We ain't got no rampers. Rampers, no ramping. Anyways, so going up against the Nico Robin, we're really concerned about that 8K swing, but I can get out of that fairly easily, like so. Not a big deal. Not with this leader, it ain't. Still no fucking ramp. This is tough. We're gonna attach all Dawn and swing 10, and I can tell you right now, they're gonna take that, Jack. Yes, sir. They get a free blocker. They get a little fancy pants blocker. I'm not at that. I'm not there yet, but is that the Bukkake card? Could that be the Bukkake card? Okay, so we're gonna take this one. It's not the worst. Okay, still nothing pivotal. But we got a blocker, I guess. This will keep us from being able to ramp again, but at least we'll Ben Beckman whatever they got. I don't know, gang. I'm not too keen on this just yet. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of one. I'm going to go ahead and trash that. I'm going to swing 6 at their face. At least we can prevent a banish. We got them down to 2. But so this Nico Robin is actually the next one that I want to put out a video for, because there's stuff you can do. You can ramp, you can start playing the bigs as well. Not this one, but you can start playing your other bigs, your Ace, your Yamato, your Rush Luffy. I don't know if this is what they'll be playing, but yeah, you get that going and you're really big city hooping. With this, I'm going to give them a 2K. I'm not worried about taking that. And what's their thing? You may trash a card with trigger. They don't do it because I guess they're already going to be at 9. I'll go ahead and just no blocker. Give them that. Okay. We can play this out and pop that. So yeah, we can play this first. Let's go ahead and play this out. Pop that. Swing 6. And we pretty much have our way towards the end because we're about to go from 9 to 10. And I can't say we're out of the weeds yet, though. Not by a long shot, because they're also about to get to 9. And you can bet your buttons that they're going to be playing out that Yamato 9 drop. 9 drop style. They actually take. And I wonder, because they're not at 10 ace. I got 10 cards in hand. Yo. So they can Yamato, but that's it. I would have... Oh, yeah. Okay. They needed to take that so that they could Yamato. Because I think if they have 2 life, they can't go up 1. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what they got for us. Either way, that's going to take up their whole fucking thing. And they can attack. They can ramp up 1, which that's nothing. I guess it's not. It doesn't. Yeah, it's arrested Dawn. Okay, so they do that. 12K, and this is great for us. This is a great move for us. So we're gonna go ahead, and I think, well, if we give up a blocker, yeah, I'll give up a blocker. I don't give a shit. Okay, we can do this, and we can do this and have 1 up. Let's go ahead and let's swing 7 and see what they do. Maybe we get a whatchamacallit out of it. Oh, okay. So we just get a bunch. Okay, I'm gonna swing 6, see what we get. And the cool thing is, when you're playing red purple Luffy, they can't do anything to you. Like right now, as long as we have this, as long as we have one. No. Get to draw another one. Get that blocker out of the way, I'm sure. What's dope is that as long as we have 1 Dawn up, they're not going to be able to kill us with a 10 ace or anything. Like, they can heal and they can do things like that, but that's it. And okay, let's see what they got for us. They're going to have to give me a 2K. That's not a big deal. You're good. You're good. So now they still got 9 cards in hand, but now we're working our way up. And we got cards they got to address. And if they were to, they stay at 9, that sucks for them. Sucks for them. I think he's really part of the ASAP mob. Just tell him to listen to my song. Tell him to listen to my music. Sign me. Choose me. Pick me. Let's see what they got for us. Making sure I have nothing playing in the background. I'll never forget when I had that fucking video playing in the background. Just pissed me off. Okay. If you have one or less life. Okay. So at this point, we can just play another one of this and go hamski doodles. And I think that's what we'll go ahead and do. So before we do that, let's go ahead and just swing 6, see what they give us. Then 7, 10, 10. We will make it out because we're going to bring both of these back. I probably could have swung 7 twice, but that's fine. We still got 2 cards out of their hand, which is just good enough for me. Okay. They're going to be in the dill of a pickle. They might lose this turn, actually. If they block with the brulee, then I might just go ahead and big loof. I could big loof. There's no way they kill me. There's no way they kill me. Now let's go ahead and do this instead. And we'll do that. And we'll do that. And they can swing twice there, so I'm just gonna give them 1. I don't need both of mine. I got enough counter in hand to protect these guys, and it doesn't work out in either way. Yeah, it didn't work out either way for them. But this is what I was talking about. This is a very powerful. I think against another leader, against another one of the Luffys, this would have been really tough. Also, we pushed them to have to use their whatever, their Gum Giant. You gotta wait till you're at 10, dog. So anyways, let's go to the next one. Okay, let's go second. I would like to see a ramper, por favor. No ramps. No ramp zone. What we will be doing is finding some motherfucker to ramp. Right? Yeah, we'll get that Zoro. We'll get that Zoro. We're also going second. Okay, so we got another turn to find something, and we find nothing. Play that bitch ass out. All right. This is not looking like the game we wanted it to be so far. Still got a chance to draw into a bond clay. If he swings 8, I'm probably going to take it. Not going to take that. That's cray-cray. Hell yeah. You just need a little bit of luck. Just a dash of it. Okay, so that's going to take me to 5 and into 7. And then, yeah, we'll be big city business. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you're going to have to give me 2 cards or a 2K. That gives me a 2K. All right, at 5, they really can't. I don't think they can pop this at 5. I know for 7, they're going to bin Beckman. Excuse me and my business. Excuse me and my business. Okay. This is Pee Pee Kaka Poo Poo right now. Pee Pee Kaka Poo Poo on line 1. I think I'm going to go ahead and I could establish a blocker that can later attack. I'm going to be at 9 and 10, so I can play one of these boys out. This is going to get, anything I play is going to get popped. That's true. Actually, that's true. So we could do 7 and 8. Let's do that. Let's just beat them up. Yeah, giving them that value off of Ben Beckman's just too fucking rich for my blood. We can just give them, we can attach all Don. We're not going to do anything with this Don but attack. Okay. So, yeah, we'll see if they Beckman. So, yeah, they were going to Beckman. So, they didn't get any value out of that. I didn't care to just give up a Zoro. I would rather do that. And now I only had to block 1. You see what I did there? Because if I would have played that out, I would have literally just been jacking myself off. And I mean jack the card. Jack the card. Because he costs 3. And he was going to get KO'd by that. Also a 7 cost. not jacking off like that. Okay, so in this juncture, I believe we could do this and then still leave us up for one and then swing there, or we could just establish a big body. I say we establish a big boy and make us a big boy. And then let's go ahead and play out this. Let's look for a big card. That is a big card. Great. So now I'm swinging 8. And they can develop or swing, but they can't do both to me because I am an 8K leader now. And that's why we went ahead and went with Newgate, because then we can play Homeboy and we can swing twice. And then by the time they get their big Shanks out, hopefully we've kept our guys alive. I say hopefully we've kept our guys alive. They can't even swing now. They can swing. They can give him one and swing, and they choose not to. They choose not to. Mugatu. Malaiku. Alright, so at this juncture, I could do this and swing 10. I could swing, what, 7, 7, 10. Or I could make myself a big body again. I think I'm going to make myself a big beefy boy again. And then I'm going to swing a swing 8 at him and see if we get him to use that event. If he uses that event, he's cooked. Oh, wait. I'm over here thinking it's Gum Gum Giant. Of course. No, he's fine. Yeah, guard point is fine. I can swing this because they'll still have to climb to attack me, which means they wouldn't be able to use their big Shanks. So we got 2 10s. And so they... Ooh. Now that one is a choice. Now that is a choice. Now there's a choice card. We don't need to take any shit. Okay, we can swing 10s, and we can swing 7 and 10, and then go to close the game out the next turn. We could do that. Let's swing 10 at their face and see what they do with that. Okay. Okay, what is this? For the turn. So he's at 5 right now. I'm looking at big city swings. A bunch of big city swings. I think it's time to loof. I think it's time to loof. We're going to figure out if they got it right now. We're going to figure out if they got it. Oh, yo. Where's the rush? Okay, swinging 6. You're going to have to give me a 2K. Okay, cool. Jeez, I thought I didn't use his ability. I was about to say, that's a wrap, Jack. All right, so I'm swinging 9 now. Because I'm going to leave 1 up just in case. If they ain't got 8, they ain't going to have 12. I'll tell you that much. Oh, Betsy, Wetsy. I'm going to go ahead and give them this one. See if they got 12. Okay. They might have this, yeah. Oh, it's not looking good so far. Yeah. Oh, we were going to be Hoop City too. Okay, so if we didn't get him there, I always think it's bullshit to talk about, oh, what would we have? It doesn't fucking matter. They could have done some damage for sure. I mean, but we had 3 life. We would have got another 2K. We would have had that. We would have been fine. So, anyways, that is the championship list. Let's bring it over to my list. See how fucked up my shit is. Gang, now we're gonna be going into my list. Okay, so let's see how my list does. Okay, we got us a Shank, Hanky Panky, Con Shanky, Con Senor Shanky. All right, they chose to go second. We're going first. Man, I got Ramp City. I got to keep that into that. You better believe that. Okay, so when they're going second, remember how I told you they got the Ben Beckman? Well, now they ain't got no Ben Beckman. They are not popping for free whatever we play on our 6-down turn. I'm going to play this out. And next thing you know, I will have Big City Swings. I can swing 6 and then 7, and then I can swing 6, play this out, and swing 7. And that's what I'll be doing. And now we're kind of just looking for the Luffy Taro pieces. Even though I am very content to just play out Captain Kidd and have a big, beefy boy leader. So, let's see. But of course, that wouldn't show off the Luffy Taro, which we have here. Okay, so let's go ahead and swing this out. And this is going to give me a swing of 6. They might... I don't know if they're going to lose this just to KO here. We'll see. But it's going to be 6. Okay. And now we're going straight into 7, baby. This is high roll. This is high roll right here. Next, we're going from 9 to 10. Forget about it, bro. Fucking forget about it. Well, maybe I should have swung just straight 6. That's what I should have done. I should have swung 6. Forced the card out of their hand. Kept Bond Clay on. So whoever they establish. Well, it would have got popped either way. Now I don't feel bad at all. Okay, so they're going to take their own life. And they're going to swing 7, it looks like. Swinging there, I'm going to let you have that one. I'm not going to fight that uphill battle. And swinging 7 here, I'm going to go ahead and give you that. Not worried about it. Not worried about any of it. I'm going to do this now. And we are going to Luffy Taro into... Yeah. Okay. We're going to Luffy Taro. I don't like developing first. That's probably my mistake. But I can grab this. But we're going to go ahead and grab Gum Gum Giant. We know what we want to play right here. And I'm going to swing 8 into their face. And if they pop this card somehow, I'm going to be a sad panda. I'm leaving this alone. Yeah, I didn't think they would. I'm leaving this alone because, like, yo, if you want to take another life for that, be my fucking guest. We leave one up for this just in case. Okay, so they do Ben Beckman. I'm going to give them this. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of it. And for that one, I will go ahead and give you a 2K. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of it. Now we're going to go ahead and go into Captain Kidd mode. And do that. And then we will get this card back. Normally, if you had a 4 cost, we'd be able to play it, and that'd be great, but we don't. So that's 9, and that's 7, 8, 9. So we can swing 9 twice. And actually, I don't care if I get him down to 0. I'm not worried about it because I'm not worried about I'm not worried about blocking right now. So they're having to think right now because they know there's another 9 coming at that face. Right at that crap lousy face. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what you do about this one then. How about that? All right. I would like to keep this guy alive. I would really like to keep my Luffy alive. They got one big to drop. Frankly, if they drop it, I think they're dead. Because then they'll have no Dawn up for events. And then they can't swing into this. But with that one big, I will Gum Gum Giant to protect this card. And okay, so we're gonna homeboy. Right? Yeah, they're gonna Rayleigh. But I'm still gonna be 1K. I'm still gonna be just as hard to swing into. We'll see how it works out. Okay, so with that, they can KO him. And then now they can swing into my Luffy T. Now, right about now, I'm wishing I did have the other card. Right about now, I'm wishing, damn, I should have had. Yeah. Oh, okay, so what happened? 2? Because I'm 4K? They missed that one. They missed the mark on that one. I'll go ahead and take. Looking for a big. Didn't get nothing. Huh. Okay, I'm going to play this card out just to see if I get something good. That's good. That's good. Maybe a 2K. Let's play this. Oh, we can't grab that. I don't think Luffy Taro's the answer right here because I'm trying to close the game out. So now I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll do that. Swinging 9 at face, using that, and then 8, 9 again. So we're gonna give them 2 more 9 swings. We know they may have went up for an event, but we're not worried about that. And we're definitely gonna keep this guy alive. Because even if they have Goldie Roger, 12, and then 14, so we're fine. Okay, so whoa. Let's do that. Now we're gonna swing another 9 at the face, and we're 7. The cool thing is they got 2 swings plus a big swing that don't require, if they have their rush. Those are what don't require any Dawn investment. Outside of that, this requires it. This is no. And this also requires it. So let's see what they got for us. For 9, they could have the Shanks rusher. I'm actually going to go ahead and take. I'm not worried about that. Okay, another 9. And then they can give us 9 and 9. Yeah, so then, and also if they wanted to go 13, we could do 12. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take. I want to entice him into making a bad play. Give me all of that instead of setting up blockers. Because right now, I'm making them think that they can win with a big swing. They don't have a blocker that I know of that's 6 or more. So if they play a blocker that's for 5, I'm going to play this and then turn that sideways, swing with that. Okay, perfect. That's what we wanted them to do. We'll boom and boom, and then I will go to 11, right? So that'd be 11, and then 13, 14. So I can do this, and then that, and then 13 and 14, and that's the game really, because we're gonna be GG. I want to get whatchamacallit. I want to get some different matches in. That was a great one. That was a great one against them. Okay, so how do we do that? Because we fucking did it. That's how. I mean, we were just able to go Luffy Taro, go wide, more threats. Kid making me a 7K is just goated. I think Kid and these two got to stick together. So let's see if I can find one more for you guys. Right. Let's play against our Pluffy brethren. Okay, they chose to go first. We're going second. Shit, dude. I really do have what I like right here. I think I'll keep. I think I will keep. Because I could always draw into a Bond Clay. Regardless, I got the Zoro. I got Luffy Taro. I got Kid. So I'm kind of happy. Even if I don't ramp. Dare I say if I don't ramp. But would have loved to see that. I'm going to go ahead and grab this, though. And so we know we're probably not going to see a Bond Clay in time. So we're going to have to do this one the old-fashioned way, gang. But I will be playing Zoro Joro out. I will be grabbing a card. And we will keep that moving. So what do they get? That's the big question. And maybe I should have shuffled just to get a we're doing the same things right now, but they can't swing at me yet, which is great. So we get the head start as far as that's concerned. Yeah, no, you can't. You can try. Nothing wrong with that. Let's go ahead and get us a big I'm gonna grab me another one of these. This is good for the long haul. We're not gonna have time to even do anything with that card anymore. Okay, so now passing it back to them. And they're at 6. We are trailing behind. No ramp. No damn ass ramp. Next turn I'm gonna play a Nami and just swing big twice. And that's all I got. Okay, so they're to 7. Here comes their Luffy Taro on time. I wonder if they get a blocker out. If they don't get a blocker, we're gonna get them down to 1 fast. Okay. That sucks for them. They've got 1 swing at me. And I will just give them a 2K because I really would like to have that Nami Searcher to set up the next turn. Or don't. Maybe I could just give them Nami because... Well, no, because I'll search for 10-drop Luffy. And then that'll be what I win the game with. So let's see what happens here. Can't do nothing else. Again, the power of having a 6K leader. And if I get a big... Oh, what doesn't matter? Damn. Okay. So we got that already. I'm going to play this out. And there's all my bond clays. I'll grab this as my blocker for right now. Cool. So 7, 8. And then, yeah, we'll do 8 and 9. We could also swing here. We might want to do that. We might want to do that actually. Yeah, let's make them sweat there. Because having too many swings, we don't want him to just be able to load off. And he's going to have to give us 2 cards out of hand minimum. And, okay, so he doesn't do that. That's actually great for us. So now we're going to take him down to 2 cards. Or excuse me, 2 life. Because I doubt he's going to give me 2Ks. Well, he might. He might have it. Okay. Goes down to 2 life. We've got 2 plausible swings. I'm not going to count this as 1 because you would have to invest way too much. If you want to go to 9, you got to take a life. Be my guest. If you want to swing here, I'm going to let this motherfucker go. I'll let you know that right now. So they could have another Luffy Taro play. It depends on what they drew into. We know that this is indicative of them having a shit-ass hand, or they would have already played something better. So unless they drew into something fantastic, it looks like they're fucking looking for it, dog. And I feel them. I feel them. So next turn, we're going from 8 to 9, Luffy Taro into Onami. And then after that, depending on what we're looking like, I might either just swing with what I have. Let's see, is that the blocker? Okay. I might just swing with what I have and then play out Big Loof, or I might, depending on what I draw into the turn after that, I could go for another Luffy Taro or just go straight Captain Kid. Next turn, I could even just straight go Captain Kid. We'll see. We'll see. Are they going to focus face? There's a lot of questions we got right now. I'm definitely not going to be using Gum Gum Giant. I'll take 2 to the fucking face before I do that. He's got 6. There's nothing real he can do. So let's go ahead and give him this just to distract him from swinging at our face. If he wants to swing over here now, that's fine. I'll take that, actually. Okay, I'm going to let him go. And then what they could do is swing at face, and I'll take, and then they establish a blocker. And if we don't get anything that we can draw, we can play Luffy Taro with, then I'll just use this Captain Kid. Okay. Okay. So from 8 to 9. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to go ahead and play this out. Use 1 card there. And I will go ahead and swing 8 at the face. And the cool thing about this leader is right now we're at 8. So I could go down to 8, go back to 9. And they just used their first Gum Gum Giant, which means they can't play a big for another turn. I will be 7. So I'm going to be looking to take a life and counter out, because if I'm at 8 right now, I could end this game with playing Big Luffy. So I might be inclined to go ahead and take a hit, but we're not gonna be looking at too many hits now. We ain't gonna become no punching bag in this bit. But let's see. And I believe that Luffy, Purple Luffy's supposed to beat me. So this is what it could look like. Now I didn't get to play out my Luffy Taro combo, so that kind of sucks. You know, I didn't even ramp this game. So for me to, I'm in a situation where I'm definitely not supposed to win because I didn't even ramp. You know what I'm saying? I ramped off my natural ability versus anything else. But you could say that I did play the Zoro Joro, which is not in the normal list. So they've got quite the conundrum. Okay, so they want to go for that. And for that first one, I'll give them this. Make them think about it. That means they got no Luffy Taro on play. And I will take this next hit, and then that'll probably give me a counter that'll deal with whatever their next attack is. But at this rate, I am content to just kind of, I'll take that. Damn, that sucks. Brick City, huh? Brick Tamblin. Okay, so they do that. Okay, so they don't even bother swinging. They're more worried about their defense. I get this and get rid of this and play this out. I think that's what we do. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Okay, so there's nothing that they can play to pop, and I want to be able to put a Dawn back. So I feel like I need to develop. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this out. Select one Dawn, play this out, and I'm gonna go ahead and trash. I guess I'll trash here. Okay, cool. I got me another play there. And then I can swing 9. Feeling mighty fine. And we'll just swing at face because we're looking to get rid of there. We're looking to bust this up and then go for game the next turn. So all I got to do is survive. And I win. I am thinking about playing out the Nami, believe it or not, just because I would like to draw into some other 2K. But I could also, there is a world where I get a handful of bricks and don't get anything, but I think I can pull something, at least pull another 1K. Because of all the bricks that I have in my hand. That's what you got to think about. When you play out a searcher, you got to think, well, what can you search in? Like, what is already in your hand? What is in the, you know, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bricks with no counter. 7, actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 bricks have been seen. So there's a good chance that I'll either draw into a 2K or at least another 1K. We're still waiting on Homeboy. Please don't disconnect because this game is pretty interesting so far. Me being at 7K, I'm going to be... I wonder if they're going to keep that alive. Wow. Okay, so we don't have to worry about them next round. Okay. They could threaten lethal still. I'm going to see what I get off of this, actually. I'm actually going to go ahead and go for this. We do get a 2K. We get 2 2Ks. I'm going to grab this 2K because this one is applicable. This one can turn a blocker sideways. Now I'm going to do this. And I am at 8 right now. I've got to remember to go ahead and use my leader's ability. Jeez. Because if I don't do that, then I'm really fucked. Because right now, how it sits is I will have access to 2 Gum Gum Giants, but I really only want to use 1. And I just saw two 2Ks right there. Okay, so now we can happily pass. And so I only want to use one Gum Gum Giant, but if I'm forced to use two, I mean, that would take me down to, that would make me at 8, and then from 8 to 9 the next turn. So if I could keep it to 1, I'm really happy, because then I'll go naturally to 10, and then I'll be able to swing with whatever's left and then play out Big Luffy. So we'll see what happens here. But now everybody except for Homeboy's got to invest in me to swing. I'm also, this could help me in the game, but I'm also not really banking on it too. Because if he swings 8, if he swings with that Luffy Taro, no Don investment, I'm going to give him Uso Hachi. Me so horny. Yo, Homeboy is taking his time too. Look at that. Look at that time difference. Guys, I used to play slow. Like, I used to be like, boy, I play fucking even Lucci fast now. And I don't mean like Lucci fast. I mean, I play Lucci fast. For those of you that got lost there. It's tough. It's tough. We can do 7, 7, and then 7, and then 7, and then 9. He could do a bunch of swings. I wonder if I would take stuff too. Would I take shit off of this guy? Because 7, I can block, and then I would have to dip into that. I could block, take, and then, I mean, it would be death by 1,000 cuts kind of deal, but he could definitely go for lethal right now. I think that's what they're thinking about. But I feel like I'm a 4-life leader. 3 because of the blocker, and then 4 because of an easy 2K, or because of an easy Gum Gum Giant. If they go completely at my face and they're completely like ain't got nothing left, like no Don up, that's another story. They've already Gum Gum Giant did twice, 2 Gum Gum Giants. So my man's probably taking a shit. I feel him. I do the same thing. Be wiping like, what? Why is it that color? What's going on? It's always spinach. Oh, whammy. Getting a little feisty, are we? 5 plus 6 is also 11. So I'm thinking he wants to do that. I'm gonna give him this. Now we'll see if they wanted to come at my face. Wait a minute. Let's see what they want to do now. I think they were really expecting that to go away. Okay. Another 11. And for that, I will give you the simple pleasure of... and then minus duh. And give him that. And what do you know? We got an even better card to play with our Luffy Taro. I also can do this and just hang. Just hang the fuck out. I don't know, Jack. I don't know. Oh, what? Oh, no. I wasn't able to do that yet. Okay. These guys are being fucking dickbags. That's what it all comes down to. Okay. So we're gonna definitely Newgate. And I'm gonna swing 8. And I'm feeling really safe because I got 2 life. We're just going for face. We're going for face. They're gonna have to have it. Because this gets rid of a threat anyways if you block me. So I don't give a shit. I'm already at 8 plus a Gum Gum Giant. Yo. You know what I'm saying? I completely forgot about that. I bet you guys are like outside of the game watching it the whole time, like fucking like cringe, like, oh my god, he thinks he's gonna be able to play Luffy next turn. And it's only because -1 and -1. Okay. So now we're gonna swing another 8. We're gonna -1 there, and the next one's gonna be a 9. Either way, I won't be able to use Big Loof because I'll have to Gum Gum Giant if I do have to Gum Gum Giant to stay alive. Now I might be okay with letting somebody die here today. You're gonna have to give me something. Yeah. Okay. So I might be okay with letting somebody die here, just because I have, you know, so many other swings. But at the same time, maybe not. So they're at 10. In a perfect world, I would be at 6, and they could swing here, play Big Loof, give me a 1 call swing. But also in that perfect world, I'd be at 1 life instead of 2. I'd be at 6 instead of 9. There's a lot. I've been playing, and yo, remember this? I did this without fucking ramping once outside of my leader ability, but I did not ramp. I did not get to play Luffy Taro on curb. Yeah. So, and I understand they did play Luffy Taro into whatever the fuck this was about, but yeah, it is what it is. This might be a somewhat decent play against a 5K leader, but against a 6K, absolutely not. And that's funny because I remember I was talking to a homeboy in the chat, and we were talking about it. I'm like, yeah, bro, that card's a no-go. I hate that card. I hate that card. So I'll give him this and see what else he cooks up for me. I'm gonna tell him keep cooking. If I gotta lose a card, if he doesn't establish a blocker, understand that if he doesn't establish a blocker, I can let this go and then swing 8, 10, and then drop this and then fucking another 7, 10, and 12, and that should do it. Especially with no Dawn up. So we'll see what he's got for us. Really liking RP Luffy. RP Luffy, la me. Creme de la Edgar. Oh, come on, man. Don't run out of time. If I let that go, man, you know what? Fuck that. Let's keep him and let's swing big a bunch of times. Yeah, fuck that. And I could still swing Big Loof. We'll see. Oh, 8? Nah, Jack. I can't let that happen. Not for 8. Sorry. Sorry about that one. We can't let that happen. All right, so now we got this. Let's go ahead and swing. Let's swing 8. Ah, they concede. Yeah. Well, I get it. I mean, what were you gonna do? You had 10. No counter out of that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4K, and that's 8. So 1, 9, or 1 swing. If I were to swing 8 naked, right? 8, and you could have gotten out of it with those 4, right? And then another 8, and you could have gotten out of it with this plus. Well, you were gonna draw that next, and then that next. So yeah, then I swing 10 and you take it, and then I swing fucking 16 and you got to take it. So I didn't even have to invest any Dawn, which I don't know that I would recommend that, but only because I was thinking about doing a Luffy play, because I could have also just swung 6, got 2, and then swung 8, and then swung 12. Because even though that's not optimal, like that's not the optimal way to play Luffy, it would have still given me an extra 12k swing plus a 6 and an 8, which take tons of cards to come out of. So yeah, we had them either way, but that was pretty lit, dude. I mean, like, look, I'm not fucking smoking crack over here when I'm telling y'all Luffy Taro package into red purple Luffy is actually a thing. Let's take it over to the gist of the list. Well, there you have it, gang. This first list was pretty damn cool. I didn't get to, I'm not playing a billion matches. I do have a billion matches recorded on my phone playing with this list and some other stuff. But you got to see what this one's about, playing the bigs, etc. I feel like it's funny because my list, you did get to see the Luffy Taro played out. Technically, you did get to. And let's be real. This into this is kind of what won me the game. Just because having that big blocker out when against Purple Luffy, they just can't do much about it. And having an 8K body, having, my shit on board. It's just creme de la Edgar. Again, Kid was super big in this one, and then so was Newgate. So I used to run Swaley. I used to run Swaley in it, and was like a big believer in it because of what it can do in the whatchamacallit match, in the Dofi match. It'll lower and pop one, right? But the thing about it is, well, I can't take anything away from the card. I flat out cannot take anything away from the card. But that does pop one and make somebody else minus 2K or whatever. This one just puts you 3K over the field. Like literally 3K over everybody. That's kind of hard to argue with. But I've also got a list where I was messing around with Home Girl. Big O knows. And I'll tell you what, in a game where you want to make it to the end and you want to play out your bigs, a card that slows the game down, 1, and 2, gives you a Dawn when they're KO'd, I think is pretty fucking dope. I think it's pretty fucking dope. And perhaps it might, no. The problem is that, what it might do at times is be played. It's only relevant for a certain amount of time. Ramping in and of itself is only relevant in the beginning. It's only a cheat. It only feels like it's working when you're able to play big cards that cost more than your opponent can even afford right now. You see what I'm saying? When I'm playing Newgate and they're still at 7 Dawn, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do about this? That's when Newgate is exponentially stronger. So if I have a Charlotte Brûlée, it's cool because it's a blocker. And either way, I do get the value of a blocker. But against a Dofi, you got to remember this card can get bounced right back. Now, this card getting bounced right back to our leader, that's a 6K that goes to 7. That's pretty cool. So, you know what I mean? It's got its place, but I've been messing around with it. Until then, I used to run 2 double finger and, of course, 4 and 4. But I had to make room for 4 of these. And I could take this down 1, perhaps, but it's such a great 4 Dawn play if I don't have a ramper of some sort. So I really did like that last game for you guys because it showed like no ramp, no problem. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't even have to play Big Loof. So there's that. But anyhow, I've been having a great time playing RP Luffy. Like I said, my next tournament is going to be the 21st of this month. And I fucking looked at my schedule, and I was working a overtime shift that week or that day, and I'm like, fuck, because you can't give those up, dog. So I had to like switch with somebody, and was able to do that. So it's confirmed I will be playing on the 21st. And what I'm looking to play with is honestly going to be one of these 3 decks. It's going to be RP Luffy. What is this one? Oh yeah, I was thinking about playing this with the Ice Age, or where's Pluffy at? This is the first place Pluffy. I like it. Or I like my Pluffy too, the choppa style, you know? So, yeah, I'm going to play with a purple Luffy deck of some variety. I just don't know which one yet. So, if you've got any kind of votes on which one I should play or what you've been cooking up, do let me know in the comments below. Outside of that, man, it's been great hanging with you guys. I feel like I've been able to find a little bit of a groove with everything going on in my personal life and professional life, to be able to like make videos, you know, give you guys something every other day or something. You know, I understand that like I'll be chewing on a 30-minute video for like a day, or you know what I mean. So if I'm giving you guys an hour of content, hopefully that'll satiate you. You know, I got a buddy calling me today about Black Purple Luffy. I say, yo, watch my video, dog. I went over all of that, but shout out win-win situation. But anyhow, so yeah, man, that's the gist of the list. Don't forget to smash that like button, finger pop that subscribe, turn on the bell, go down in them comments, let me know what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong, what would you be doing differently. It's been Marauder Music with 3-Piece TCG, big TCG, so close to 2K subs. So if you're not subbed yet, join the worst generation of all time and do so. And case opening coming sometime next week, dog. So I'll see you then.
Flows like a faucet, swag dripping like a faucet. Dooney fixing, got Luffy ambition, king of the rappers, the mission. I see they got the lights, camera, but no action. They actually fiction.